So, anyways, guys, I am back. This is Redneck Rebel. Thanks for watching my live stream today here on Farm Simulator 22. And today we are on the Iowa Plains View map. I've already got my farm set up, and I've been playing on it for a little bit. So I'm going to take you out on a quick tour, or not a quick tour, a full tour of my farm here. And after the tour, my corn that I have growing way out there to the southwest might be ready to harvest here shortly. So let's get started with the tour. Back over here to my chickens. I've got 35 of them set up. Starting to get some eggs from them. And over here I got my horses. I've got Tango right here, beautiful looking bay. And I've got Oblivion here. And what I was talking about earlier while I was over here by the bales, I've been meaning to clean that up, but I'm thinking about just letting them stay here for now. Just so I can just use it up, get them out of my way. I do got a true bale shed out there to the southwest. And I got my warehouse here. I do have my warehouse set up like how a normal business might have their warehouse set up, fully enclosed in. Right here I've got my honey drop a spot where I can pick up my honey from my bees. Over here I have my little 10-foot trailer that I use for more of my smaller orders. Mainly use it just for my maple syrup. Over here I got my 53-foot trailer, and I've been loading it up with a bunch of flour. Right there I've got some maple syrup ready to be staged up. I've got my 2 forklifts, I got my gas fed, and I got my electric. Over here is where I've been storing up my maple syrup. And back over here, oh, I do got a pallet of flour still standing there. Okay, I did not notice that. We'll get that down here in a little bit. And I got my honey jars up here too. And now we're going to go out and take a little bit more look at the farm. Well, I'm sorry about this, guys. I have not been able to think lately. I guess you could say that. I stumble upon my words quite often now. Right there I got my water tank where I fill up my water for my maple syrup production. Over here I have it's a mod off of here called the American Pole Barn. I got the finished one. I got my horse trailer here. I got my good old Mack Superliner X right here along with my Lodestar trailer. Right here is where I usually put my other Mack truck and trailer, but it's set up over by the cornfield ready to get going on the harvest I got going on. Over here I got my, they call it a Lizard Motor 7.3 liter V8 diesel, but everybody who knows anything about vehicles knows that looks more like a Dodge pickup. 2500, 3500 maybe. Right here I got my maple syrup production. I gotta pick up that pallet, bring it to the warehouse. And here I have my grain mill. I got it set up for Clark's Farm grain mill. I've got 2 pallets of flour I gotta bring back to the warehouse. Here I got my lime factory. I have not been able, I do have 2,000 liters of lime ready to put out. And I've got my fence row. Over here at field 11 I'm using it as a hay field. I just got done rolling up some hay here. And then across the street from the farm, let me jump over my fence real quick. Oh, no, I forgot, this is exactly where I have my maple syrup sills as well. And then, across the farm here, oh wait, hold on, gotta show you this. I'm a big John Deere guy. I love having my John Deere equipment. That's one thing that I'm really happy that 19 introduced into the Farming Simulator series. And I do have my subsidized sign just to bring in a little bit of profit during the winter when I'm down. As you can see, setting up a farm, I do have a lot of stuff here, so it kind of brought down the bank a lot. Here I got my fuel tank, and then I've got my herbicide and liquid fertilizer tank. Here I have my seed and solid fertilizer tank right there, and I also grabbed my line from there. I've got all my silos set up. I'll go over there, take a closer look at them shortly. Right here, I have my equipment barn. I have my little old John Deere 710. Not a bad little tractor. Then I got my 4440 with a 603R front end loader with a bale fork on it. Then I have my 4955. I have the big boy, the 8960. And right here is where I would store my harvester, but I got that set up over there at the cornfield. These two smaller tractors right here, the 710 and the 4440, I usually use just for my hay. I use my 4440 to cut my hay down, and then I'll use the 710 to use the tedder on it, flip the hay over, and if I'm in a rush, I will go back over to the 4440 with the hay rake. But if not, and I just want to slowly do my hay, I'll take the 710 with the hay rake and then hook up my baler with the 4440 and follow in right behind them. My 4955 I usually use for my smaller row crop work. Mostly my I got rollers. I'll use that on there. I used to have some smaller planters and cultivators and plows and all that I used to use him for, but then I earned enough money and I bought the 8960. Now I've got a lot bigger plow, disc arrow, planters for him. Gets the fields done a lot faster. Then I've got my spray rig over here. And I do got duals on them because this 4940 spray rig, it does get top heavy and it likes to flip over. I've noticed that on the other map that I was playing on, Stone Valley. And then over here I got my spreading rig. Right now he is filled up with solid fertilizer because the planter that I used to have did not have the fertilizer tank in it, so I went back over and fertilized it with him. I've got the duals on him too because this guy gets really top heavy, and I will say it takes a lot to flip him over. Last time I had to flip him back over, I don't like resetting it because I got all my vehicles in line of how I want them to go. I always have them from smallest tractor up to largest, down to my combine. Then it switches over to my semis, and so on and so forth. So I had to flip this guy back over. I used my two forklifts that are sitting up in the warehouse and my front end loader here. It took a lot to flip him over. So now we're going to go check out my silos. As I've got here the Meridian auger that I use to take the grain out of the silo with. And here I have my convey all auger that goes all up into the silo. See, I got 5 of them. This one here is my wheat silo. This one's my oat silo. I have not had any oat harvested yet. This one's my corn silo. I got 1,401 liters in there. This is my bean silo. I got 37,000 liters there. And my sorghum silo is empty. I did have some sorghum, but I used it mainly to feed my horses. Now we go over here. I've got 3 sheds for all the equipment that I have. Pull along equipment. I got my stone picker here. I use my stone obviously to bring to the lime factory, make it into lime. And then here I have my disc arrow, works like a charm. And then I just recently bought the Star Estrella 32. Now the thing I like about this is in Farming Simulator you can use it to plant your closer crops such as your wheat, your oat, barley, crops like that. But you can also use it for your corn and sunflowers and your cotton and crops like that. And over here I have my rollers. I have my row crop roller right here, and then I also have my grass roller right here, which I need to turn the other way. And here I have my hoe for my smaller weed, or my medium-sized weeds. Here I've got my weeder for the small-sized weeds. And then I did go out and get the Vermeer pack. I've got the Vermeer hay cutter right there. I have my tedder right here. I wish they added in a Vermeer tedder. That way I could have all Vermeer hay equipment. And I also have my Vermeer hay rake. And then last but not least, my Vermeer hay baler, the 605N with the wide pickup. And then over here, I also have the hay bale loader for my round bales and the round bale wrapper. The wrapper kind of confused me at first because I did not know how to use this type of wrapper, but I finally figured it out after watching some people play on Farming Simulator. I forgot the name of the creator, but I was watching his video, and you actually take your front end loader and load the bale onto the rear here, and this right here, well, it's hydraulically functions. It'll push your bale forward and it'll get wrapped right here. Then right here is where I usually store my corn header on a trailer. Like I said, I've been setting up ready for the harvest, so it's over there at the field. Then here I have the 6030F. I guess you could just call it grain header, regular header, I don't know. Got that set up on this trailer right here. So that's all my equipment and how I have my farm set up. I just got done with a big wheat harvest, which here in my wheat silo I have 1,098 liters. The rest of my wheat is back over at the grain mill. Here I have my hay bale shed, which I believe this is 44 bales of hay set up and 21 bales of straw. Now my goal is for this series, I'm going to start a series up here on Farming Simulator finally. My goal is right now to gain enough money to finally get out of the loan that I have with the bank, upgrade my equipment to bigger and better equipment and newer equipment. Most of it's all just going to be John Deere, as I am a John Deere guy. Don't have a problem with any of the other brands. Whichever brand you prefer, that's perfect with you. I was just raised and grown up around John Deere, so that's how I am. And then this is my biggest wheat field, field number 7, and I got field 13 over here, which I use for my wheat as well. And then over here at field, I believe this is 14. Yep, field 14, I do have my corn. As you can see, the corn is getting fairly close to getting harvested. I have the 9860 STS bullet rotor John Deere harvester with the big top Marauder. I can't pronounce that word just perfect. Grain capacity. I got the 612C corn header. And I love, oh, they reset. I did have these set down to stomp the chalks for harvesting. And then go alongside the field down here. I do have my other Mack grain truck with trailer. And it's taking a while because I didn't decide to take my truck to drive, but oh well. Yeah, here I got my Mack truck RS700 LE9. I use this for going into the field, getting grain from the harvester, and I got I believe it's a navy blue with the onyx black secondary striping. Same thing for the pup trailer here. And that is my farm so far. And as I was saying, talking about getting bigger and better on farming, I'm going to have more businesses, more production lines, and stuff like that. I'm also wanting to get some cattle in here as well. I've already got the horses and my chickens. I was just wanting to get more cattle, possibly some hogs, maybe some sheep. I know the sheep are one of the easiest animals to take care of in here, and obviously you get wool from them, so that'll be better for starting out on the clothing section of getting products out into the field of everybody supplying for out here. So that's my farm. I hope y'all enjoy it. Maybe this might create an idea for those who play Farming Simulator. I've been involved with a lot of the Farming Simulator groups on Facebook. I've noticed some people had questions about how they had Iowa Plains map set up. This is my setup. I started out on start from scratch, obviously, and got a loan from the bank. Set up everything that I could, earned some money, and got everything else the way I have it set up. And I never did show you guys my truck. This is my normal crew cab truck that I go out. I do have the toolbox in there, so in case one of the vehicles runs out of fuel out there in the field, I can take this out there. I've got the extreme off-road bumper on it with the square LED lights. I've got the roof rack, the runners. I do have the wide 2 tire setup for it. I really like the look of it. And I've got the all-terrain tires along with them. And honestly, they look like the either a Baja MTZ tire from Mickey Thompson or the MTZ off-road tires from BF Goodrich. Haven't really decided what they look the most like, but this is that's the truck that I feel like I have the best look with, honestly. Oh, and I can't forget about Oliver here. I need to fill his bowl. It's time for him to eat. But I believe I did get all the horse riding done. I cannot remember. Riding? No, I did not get their riding done for today. So I will get their riding done for today and grab the rest of the pallets that I need. So we're going to switch over here to my forklift that I used to go outside and grab my products with. So here we go. I'm going to go and grab the flour first. It's the furthest out. Then I believe I did have a pallet of maple syrup to collect as well. So let me to my gate here and get a move on. So for those of y'all who've been my forklift, been subscribed to me for a while, I know I have not made any content a lot lately. That is just due to a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. Some of those y'all may know because I know y'all in real life. Other things are more private. But nonetheless, I am going to start creating a lot more content here for y'all. I'm starting to grow my YouTube channel out. I did change my YouTube icon from the old 79 Dodge pickup that I had to a little redneck guy. I kind of figured that fit the channel a lot more better. Or a lot more better. What am I talking about? A lot better. As you can see, I do not have any care for how grammar's supposed to be. I just get stumbled upon my words, or I just create run-ons in real life, you know? So yeah. Okay, let's see here. Actually, before I enter the trailer. Okay, so okay, just 2 tops. Line up the trailer just right. Or my trailer, my forklift just right with the trailer. Shift it off to the. Oh, that is not. There we go. I'm still trying to get used to the controls of a forklift on here because not too quite used to them yet, and with my job that I'm working at, I'm a lot used to the controls there, since I actually have 4 joysticks to move around with instead of just the 2 normal. Well, since just the 1 joystick here on PlayStation. So that's a little bit of a challenge for me, but nonetheless, I always figure it out. I always try to become the best player in any game that I can get myself to be. I'm not saying I'm the best player of all time at all. I know there's plenty of people who master games who are a lot better than me. But off that topic, the job that I do work at now, I'm actually producing herbicides and pesticides to the farming community, and not only just for farmers, but for housing communities, ballparks, golf courses, and places like that. Like, it's not just for farmers, obviously, because people have problems with weeds and pests anywhere they go. So that's been another personal issue as to why I can't do too much gaming time, which I don't find it an issue at all. Man, I love working there. I love being able to produce the products that people need for this world in order to create a living. And that's my living, so I help others with their livings as well. I need to stop saying so much. I know it's boring you guys out. Definitely it's annoying the crap out of me. Trying to find things to talk about with you guys. I know I don't have anybody watching my live stream, or nothing has popped up that anybody's watching besides obviously me to make sure my live stream keeps going, but I just did it again. I swear I'm going to go insane. Well, I will say another great thing that happened in my life is that back on October 3rd, I did get married to the love of my life, and I could not ask for anything better than that. Oh no, you stay on that stack of pallets. There you go. Is that lined up properly? Good enough. And I will say the field of view for this forklift is nothing like the forklift that I've ever been in, because usually I know my guy's leaning forward in the forklift, but usually you sit a lot further back and you're able to see the actual steering wheel and the 4 control arms, and it just feels like a better point of view other than what Farming Simulator seems to give you. But I will say that Farming Simulator 22 has been one of the best Farming Simulator games of all time. I started out playing Farming Simulator 13 on PS3, back whenever Case IH was the big name in the big brand in that certain game. And then back in 15, New Holland became a big brand for that year. I've seen a lot of improvement from Farming Simulator 19 to now, and throughout the entire gaming series of Farming Simulator. 22 is by far one of the best Farming Simulator games I've ever played. The graphics that they use for it, the graphics engine, it's so amazing. The only issue that I have is whenever it's nighttime, you can't really see as much as you used to been able to in the other games predating this one. But nonetheless, still one of the best Farming Simulator games I've ever played. There's so much more to do, a lot more crops, makes it a lot, I feel, a lot funner to play. Is that the right word combination? Funner or a lot more fun? See, I cannot do grammar. I'm not the best at grammar. Henceforth, I'm just a redneck. And I just said henceforth. I have no idea what's going on with my wording, guys. It has been a while. I will say that it has been a long time, and I do not know why I'm taking this big son of a bitch down the aisle, because this forklift hasn't really turned the best for needing to get product out. That's why I got this little electric one. Because this guy works perfect for going down these aisles. Now, I do feel like whenever I start getting a lot more production chains going, I'm going to need the large warehouse. I just need to find a place to put it because I feel like this was kind of a tight spot for this. But I don't think I'm going to get rid of this warehouse. This warehouse works really well for me. I might just have to buy a new piece of land to put the big warehouse on, or find a piece of my property that the big warehouse will fit on pretty decently, enough to where I can get the trailers docked up and able to load my products on, or my finished goods, however you want to, whatever you want to say there. This and drive on. Now I will say I've never drove one of these side drive forklifts, because obviously you can tell he is facing towards the left of the forklift and not the front, like how a normal gas-powered forklift would be. I call it normal, but a normal forklift that I'm used to, a straight drive forklift. What is going on? Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, I picked that up really offset. So, we just push forward and lower. Man, I set it down too far. Lift up a little bit. Reverse. Okay, there we go. Alright. Back into the big lizard. Whatever works, you know. Close my forks up a little bit. I did notice they were starting to get a little bit too wide. Line up. Almost down. Alright. Ooh, I need to lower. Sorry, I just punctured like 5 bags of flour there. Somebody ain't gonna be happy. Offset it to the right. Feel like I'm up against the side of the trailer there. And it's so dark in this trailer too because it came nighttime. Wait a moment. Straighten out, lower. There we go. Now, I'm really hoping I don't have to need to take this forklift with me to go sell it at the grocery store. Hoping that, like, whenever I go to sell this, whenever I unfasten the tension belts inside the trailer, the little sell point will automatically sell this flour for me. But if not, I can always leave enough space to get the forklift in, close it all up, and take the product out. Okay, and it is nighttime, so it is time to close doors and sleep. Because I cannot work without having this little bit of lighting. Excuse me. Yeah, the only doors I'm closing up for right now is just the warehouse gates. I'll leave my shop doors open up until wintertime, obviously. Try to keep the cool air out from a shop. I don't know if you guys have ever worked in a cold shop, but it is not fun. And here we go to sleep and continue on what we were doing. Alright. Here we go now. It is August 6th. Excuse me for a moment. And I have my month set up for 6 days per month, so today would be the final day for August. I'm actually going to go ahead and get the horse riding done for today. I know I didn't do it yesterday, but we'll get on Oblivion here. And I'll try not to walk into the fence. Alright, and I will say these horses do have a very pretty trot. Farming Simulator did a really good job doing that. Well, not Farming Simulator, but Giants did. And here we go, continuing on with riding our horse. I usually take them down the fence row past the maple production, turn around the hayfield somewhere, and then bring them back into the stable. I have not set up a jump ring for him yet, but I might. I feel like I'm going to. Just so I can have a little bit more experience. Well, not more experience, but feel like I'm getting the horse ready for a competition per se, in that kind of way. So it's a kind of like a imagination, personal thing of what you like on this game. Obviously, those who've played it know exactly how it is. Those of you who don't, this is Farming Simulator 22. There I go saying again there. I gotta stop. I do that whenever I don't come up with anything to say, so I'm trying to keep talking, but I know it's a lot more boring to the audience whenever I just continue to say Nonetheless, I'm going to try to get better with that as I grow my audience. So that way, nobody's saying in the comments, you guys stop saying so much. You so, in a way, if you guys get what I'm saying, that way I don't have. Okay, there he is. Alright, get them all brushed up after. And then ride Tango. But the thing about this horse barn though is when you try to walk him out from the feeding area, it blocks you off, so it takes a moment for you to get your horse out there. Okay, there he is. And see, I wish one thing that they actually had male or female horses, like a stallion or a mare. That way you can tell which horse is going to reproduce and carry the foal. But I do understand that Farming Simulator has a lot to take care of within this game, such as with all the animals we have available, all of the crops we have available, and just the amount of detail that they put into the game as well. somebody may have just overlooked having a stallion or a foal or a colt or a mare for your horses. And I don't know if it's like that for the cattle yet. I've not actually got cattle in Farming Simulator 22 yet, so we'll see how that goes. As well as not having sheep or hogs either. That's just how I've been. So it's kind of, I am just riding all over. I just haven't had much time to play Farming Simulator lately or live stream. So I have got my schedule down to where I can actually do it now for you guys. Here soon in the future, I'm going to be putting out 30-minute long episodes so I can start Farming Simulator series, possibly a Call of Duty series. I do have Wreckfest. I feel like I'm going to also start out an Ark series as well, because I do play Ark Survival Evolved, and I do find that game to be really fun. I've had well, now she's my wife. I've had her help me a lot with playing the game. Let's see here. Okay, I got 2 trays of eggs now. I'm going to keep that continued growing. That way I can store those into the warehouse and sell them whenever I get a lot of eggs being able to produce. Let me open up my gate here and hop on my forklift and continue on with putting the product up. Oh, what am I doing? I need to pay attention. Somebody take away my forklift certification. Alright. Here we go again. This is what I've been doing a lot recently, since I'm just waiting on my crops to grow. That way I have more business in the field than I do anywhere else. But this also is a thing to keep me busy as well. Just so I have product coming through. Okay, only one right now. Okay, I will have to still running. Still got plenty of wheat in there. Yeah, as you can see, I got 1,801,000. I cannot do numbers right now. 181,000 liters of wheat in my grain mill. Okay, so obviously we can tell that I cannot read at the moment. And there's my phone. Alright. I will say one thing that I would love to see in the upcoming Farming Simulators. I know a lot of mod creators have made them, but actually let me just go to the store real quick right here. Go on over to balers. The side, I call it a side drive square baler. I would like to see a lot more bigger brand names square balers for this. Like say at New Holland, I worked with a New Holland growing up with my dad doing hay in the summer. I know John Deere makes them. I'd like to see a lot more of these come within the game, because the big balers, I love them, don't get me wrong. I'd also love to see the smaller balers as well, along with a bale trailer to load them up, such as in here we can see the Lily has the, I guess you could call it the chute to go into a trailer, but also some of those smaller square balers have a kicker attachment which the bale will go onto, and it's hydraulically powered, I believe, and it will move really fast to kick the bale into a trailer that is attached to following it. That would be another really neat thing I'd like to see coming into the game. Because I know Farm Simulator 13, I know that had a small bale trailer with it, and I'd like to see them come back in with the small bale trailers. It would honestly make my day that way. It'd bring in a lot of nostalgia moments from back in the day of actually doing hay with my dad during the summers when I was a kid. Except we didn't use a bale trailer. We actually loaded up the bales ourselves, picking them up off the ground and putting them onto the trailer, but otherwise it would still bring in a lot of memories back to where it would make my day to see Giants actually include that into Farm Simulator sometime in the near future. There I go saying that. I'm sorry, I keep kicking myself on the butt for saying so daggone much. Yep, there is one here. Oh, that about ended up bad. Shift. Alright. I thought first. And I do play this in with the manual transmission mode. I like the manual transmission a lot more due to the fact that most tractors that I use have that manual transmission with different ranges and the gears. I find that more realistic to playing. I like to play Farm Simulator as most realistic as possible. That way I get more of the feel of it from back when I was growing up, driving a tractor, doing stuff around my dad's little farm. I guess y'all can just tell that I'm a nostalgic type of person, and I did that 2 different ways. I wish I would have caught that before. But otherwise, it'll be alright. I can switch it around whenever I go to load up the little trailer. And I need to get the pallet of honey that's up here by the gate. About this little pallet of honey, because I just don't have it by a big production building like how my grain mill is, or my maple syrup. And it's just a little square of caution tape that a pallet will spawn at. Just keep reminding myself, hey, honey pallet, honey pallet. I don't know if anybody else has the same problem that I have with that. But nonetheless, I just need to keep remembering that I have honey that spawns there. The warehouse put that up for me. And sooner or later, I need to take this to go get washed. I do have a power washer sitting up by my equipment barn. And there we go. I finished for the day so far. Right now I'm just doing quick little days just to get... I actually jumped over that fence. Oh. Whoa! Watch it! Ooh, pH value. I need to spread some lime on this. Okay. Actually, pH value... Yeah. My nitrogen's good. I just need to spread some more lime. So we will go and do that. I will go to my spreader. I gotta get all that fertilizer out of it, load up with some lime. I'm probably gonna load up with the lime that I have over there, then fill the rest with the silo for right now. Let's see here. So I've been live streaming for around 48 minutes so far. I'm probably gonna stop the live stream roughly about Yep, see there, that's what I'm talking about. She gets a little top heavy, she likes to want to turn over on you, so I'm just going to spread out my tires, keep that from happening as much as I can, and then unload my spreader from right here. Try to get lined up the best. I don't know if anybody else uses the degree display on the mini map where it says what degree you're looking at of the map, but I do just to keep everything lined up in a decent way. Oh yeah, I also have some lime set over here by the bale shed, just so I can keep, and back on to what I was saying about the degree, just so I can keep everything like in a neat, organized way. I don't like to have my farm disorganized at all. I like everything to have its own special place, where it goes, how it's set up. And I know some of y'all might not do that. I just find it easier for me to set it up that way. However you want to farm your way. I'm not telling you how to farm at all. Everybody has their own personal opinion on what they like best. To me, I like doing that, to where everything's lined up perfectly, and all of that. So it's just how you want to farm is how you want to farm. I can't stop you from doing that. Nobody can stop me from farming the way I farm unless I find a system that actually works better for me that I find. It's kind of like how my co-workers always say whenever I'm training with them. They will say, alright, I want to show you the way I do it. You can do it my way or your way, or if somebody else shows you a different way that works best for you, do it. Whichever makes something easiest for you, but gets you to the same end goal, a perfect product. Or in our case, I guess you could say just, oh, brake! I keep forgetting that I have traffic turned on. Alright. Yeah, these brakes are the best. Take it easy here. I might just end up putting big wheels on this tractor instead of having 2 turns. I'm not too sure yet on how they would work. This one's top heavy, loaded, but I could always try it. Okay, I just had another pallet of flour produced. I'll grab that here in a moment. I also do need to check the line value. Oh my lord, these brakes. Okay, yeah, while that's filling up, I know it just filled up, but I'm going to check the line value here of this. Okay, VH and nitrogen are both bad. So I am going to have to, I don't know if I want to spray or put down solid fertilizer for this field, or if I just want to spray the fertilizer in the field. Not too sure just yet. Whatever I find probably easiest I will do. More than likely I'm probably just going to spray it since I just filled this one up with lime. But still not full blown yet. Gotta get it topped off here in the silo and finish up that way. Yeah, that's, ooh, yeah. Don't flip on me. Don't flip on me. Back in Farming Simulator 19, I don't think I ever had this issue of my spray rig wanting to flip on me, but this isn't made by Giants, this was made by Creator. Not saying he did a horrible job. I love the spray rig setup and the spreader setup. It's just maybe you could have moved the center of gravity down or closer to the ground to keep it from flipping so much, but also I'm sure he was trying to be as authentic as possible, which I can't blame him. If I were to create a mod, I would be as authentic as possible as well. tire is really wide and still wants to flip, but I can catch it a lot easier. Alright, just rev that out. Yeah, and I am just going to... Oh, this is still up the herbicide. Okay. So I gotta find a place to put the herbicide and collect my fertilizer. My best guess is to be along the levee here. Oh, no you don't. Yep, see there, about when it did it again. Never had to flip over the spray rig, I've always had to flip over the spreader rig, but I still don't want to have to take the time to flip it back over. Perfect. Unload. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Only 3 IBC tanks. Take the forklift out here, stack those. One thing I will say about Giants, I wish they allowed the totes to... I don't know if anybody's ever noticed how the harvester headers will snap onto the trailer itself. But these IBC totes, as you can see, actually, I might have a better visual for showing over here by the others. Because I know I can crouch really low to the ground. On the IBC totes, there is, I don't know if you can see that bar that runs along the bottom, but that bar actually will fit within the squares of this bar and allow the tote to sit on here without sliding off. It actually will keep itself on there. The only way how I learned that recently was my job. I work at FMC. I've had to stack a lot of totes, and it's just it works a lot better than how Giant Action. Find out here. Okay, I believe I'm okay now. Alright, fill this up. And then we'll spray. That's perfect. Spread out the tires. Get this set up. Lower. Perfect, so my worker doesn't have to turn it all. Alright. Spray that off. And why did you stop in the middle of somebody else's field? We don't own it. But we're about to. Sooner or later. I am planning on purchasing that field and connecting these two fields together with a plow and having just one long acre. And I do have a lot of weeds growing in over row crop fields, but I'm just going to let them grow just because I don't have any crops I want to plant for the winter yet. I'm going to plant on anything. So whenever it comes back over to harvest, I'm going to harvest, but planting time for soybeans, I can just turn over the dirt and go on from there. Because obviously you can't, with today's USDA and farming regulations, you can't really leave barren ground. I mean, you can, obviously. It just depends on. I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm talking about something I'm not 100% sure of. So I'm not going to say anymore, get myself into a deep hole where everybody says I'm wrong about this, wrong about that. I'm just going to be quiet about it, continue on playing my farm simulator just to have fun, show y'all what I'm doing, keep y'all entertained as much as I can, possibly. I know I am very boring when it comes to this. Okay. Well, these guys are. Oh, well, he's almost done. I'm not even gonna worry about that whole strip. So that is one good thing about this. He does do a very, very wide strip to this field. I guess you could call it very wide, just because it's a very narrow field. Followed him back up, put him away back in the barn, and then I'll hop back on the forklift and grab my flour. And my goal right now is to completely fill up that 53-foot semi-trailer of flour and then take it to, I think we have a grocery store already set up here on Iowa Plains. At least I hope there is. That way I can sell it. If not, I can just sell it over to the restaurant. I know there's a restaurant here which I'm showing the money to. But yeah, I will check that real quick though after I put this up back in the barn, just so I know exactly where I can sell it at. Oh, and I forgot to show you where I have my weather station and my GPS station set up at, which I'm sure you saw the little brick building over there. That is where I have it set up at. We'll give you guys a closer look at it. Alright. Turn this off and we will walk over there. Oh, yep, this is exactly where I have my power washer station at, so every time I put a vehicle in or get ready to put a vehicle in that's dirty, I can just take power washer to it and spray it off real quick, that way it's clean. But over here, I have my RTK station for my GPS, and then I have my little weather station right here. That's also RTK, but it's actually for my weather. And let me check to see where I can sell my flour at, just to make sure if there's either a grocery store or a restaurant here. I know there's the whole strip there in town, but I'm just going to check the prices board. Okay, I need to go down to flour. Flour, bakery, restaurant, town store, yep, okay. Probably it's going to be sold to the bakery at the moment. That's what's giving me the best price for my flour. So, well, the townspeople are going to have fresh flour made products. Alright. Yep, I said I was going to hop back on my forklift. Oh, didn't really drive. I will say one thing, after being on a forklift all day, you get so used to it, because a lot of forklifts have, oh yep, you can see it right there on the left hand side is your directional change. I never noticed, but yep, it does change. As you can see, whenever I'm going in reverse, or if I stop, it goes back into neutral, or if I go forward, it goes into drive. That is your directional change switch on a forklift, and with the job that I work at, you're doing a lot of going forward and backing up. One day I got into my wife's car and started it up and went to go change directions, but instead of using the actual, she has a little shifter knob. It's a 2015 Chrysler 200 with a shifter knob. I went to the turn signal switch and accidentally put that in what would be reverse for the forklift, but I turned the left hand turn signal on in the car. That is a little bit of a downside of being driving a forklift all day, but you get a couple good laughs out of it. You're like, what in the world am I doing? I need to, that's not it. But every once in a while, when driving a forklift as well, around the plant that I work at, when taking a turn, I'll want to use the directional change lever to put a turn signal on, but no forklift I've ever knew has a turn signal, but this one actually does. Surprises me, because most people don't need a forklift with a turn signal. Guess this one does. Okay, and I got both of those double stacked besides this one. Okay. Ooh, I'm right up against the edge of the trailer. No. Okay. Alright. Nope, shift left. There we go. Raise it up. Roof trailer. If this was a trailer in real life, this one would have dings and dents and tears all in it. Okay, hold on guys, I am tearing stuff up bad. Okay, lower, reverse, pick up, forward again. Okay, I'm all the way up against it. Reverse, and next to the trailer. I did not line that up perfect, but you know what, I'm not gonna even worry about it. And just continue going with what I need to do. Okay, here we go. Ooh, I'm up against the side. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This ain't good. This ain't good. Oh no, this ain't good. Okay, well. Let me... I am going to have to get my other little forklift out and flip this guy back over. Not there preferably though. Okay. Well, I did not mean to do that, guys. So let's go fix up my little mistake. I forget that forklift likes to flip very easily as well along, just like how the spray rigs like to. And I did notice he was finished over there. I am going to get him as soon as I finish up with everything I need to do out here. Oh, no, 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 no. It doesn't go low enough. I'm going to have to flip it by the mast. Alright. There we go. Okay. Put this back up inside the warehouse where he belongs. I do need to get a charging station for this forklift, but I'm going to do that whenever it really needs charged, like when it's almost completely dead, but close enough to where it's not going to die when I drive it over to it. I'm going to see if I can't put it inside of the warehouse, like how we have ours at work. Of course, ours is just a little box that plugs into an outlet that we can plug into the forklift. Well, not a little box, but I think you guys get what I'm trying to say here. I just turned it off. Okay. Oop, not reverse. Forward. Alright, drive slow and careful. Slow and careful. When do I ever drive slow and careful? I'm gonna have to fix that now. What I was gonna say is while I'm at it, I'm gonna put that pallet of syrup back the way I need it to be, because this actually is not gonna go into a semi-trailer. This is gonna go into my little 10-foot trailer that I have for my smaller, I'm also going to call them smaller orders. I know they're not really orders, but it's just, it sounds better, I guess you could say. Alright, drop that looks squared up. Almost. Close enough for me. Well, I guess that works. You guys won't ever see me do this forklift in real life. It's just how the game is, obviously. Alright, reverse, reverse. Thank you. Alright, and I'm not going to worry about the syrup right now, just because I'm trying to get the corn harvest going for you guys, just so I can get it started for you. And then whenever I end the live stream, I might finish up with the corn harvest. I don't know yet, but actually let's check that corn real quick. No, it's only this. This is what I was supposed to do. Okay, it's not finished the way I needed it to. Okay, so let's turn the spreader on and finish up the field that my workers decided not to finish up. Alright, and there we go. Pretty sure that's all finished now. And I'm going to check the other end of the field just to make sure. And continue on with trying to get this corn harvest set up for you guys. Or started, not set up, started. I already got it set up, I just need to start it. And, yep. No, 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 no. I done did it, guys. I knew I shouldn't have. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave him here for right now. I will flip him over later. So, I'm not gonna worry about that. Let's see what time we are at the live stream. We are at 1 hour and 12 minutes. I think I'm gonna end the live stream right here. So, thank you guys for watching the channel. I am going to try to be getting back into getting more content for you guys so you can actually watch and enjoy the content. I hope you enjoyed this live stream with me today. I will see you guys on a later date, possibly tomorrow, possibly the next day. I'm going to try to get all of those series set up for you guys. Thank you for watching. This is Redneck, Tango, and Oblivion. We are out. Thanks for watching. You guys are amazing. Have a good rest of your day.